guys, welcome back to our lit video. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day out there today. So for today's video, we're going to be taking a little break from the GTA series and 2K, and today we're actually doing a reaction video on the top 10 places in the world you should definitely never visit. I mean, like, never. Completely never. But before we start the video, you already know what we have to do. Please drop a big thumbs up, share, and subscribe to join the best family on YouTube if you have not done so already. And with all that being said, let's hop right into the video.
Number 10. Pluto's Gate,
Turkey. I was not expecting Turkey to the first one.
In Greek is an archaeological site in southwestern Turkey that was discovered in 2013 after following the route of a thermal spring. The site matches closely to the description of the temple to the underworld called the Gate to Hell.
The Gate to Hell? Yeah, we're not going there.
Geographer, philosopher, and prolific traveler Strabo, who lived from 64 to 63 BC to 24 AD, so enticingly described it, this space is full of a vapor so misty and dense that one can scarcely see the ground. Any animal that passes inside meets instant death. I threw in sparrows and they immediately breathed their last and fell. Animal abuse aside, Pluto's Gate's reputation was confirmed by scientists. After measuring the CO2 concentration, they found out that at night, when the temperature decreases and CO2 becomes heavier than air, it forms some kind of a lake on the bottom of the gate. At dawn, the concentration reaches its peak, and any living being risks their lives by getting there. However, at daytime the site becomes safer because the sun dissipates the gas.
Wait, that's kind of crazy, like, just because the CO2, so in the daytime you're fine, just at night times don't go anywhere near that place. That's kind of crazy and insane to think about. Like, so I mean, I guess you could technically go there, just make sure you're out, you're dipping by dawn, you'll be alright. Yeah, it's crazy to think about. On to the next one.
9. Isla di Quemada Grande.
Nope, I've heard about this before. I've heard this one.
No, thank you. Grande is home to a huge
I can't do snakes.
Of snakes.
No, thank you.
According to some estimates, there's one snake in each square meter of the
That's
island.
insane.
And they aren't just some harmless grass snakes that only frighten you with their look, but can't.
Yo, I'm scared to living death of snakes. I can't do it, man. And a whole entire island full of them, and they're all poisonous. Like, no. No, thank you, no, thank you.
Cause you any damage? Oh no. The snakes living in this island are the world's most dangerous species. Among them is the golden lancehead viper, whose venom melts flesh around the bite. These vipers' venom can kill a person in under an hour, and numerous local legends tell of the horrible fates that awaited those who wandered onto the shores of Snake Island. Rumor has it a hapless fisherman landed onto the island in search of bananas, only to be discovered days later in his boat.
All trying to find bananas. Those bananas were not worth it.
Dead in a pool of blood, with snake bites on his body. From 1909 to the 1920s, a few people didn't live on the island in order to run its lighthouse. But according to another local tale, the last lighthouse keeper, along with his entire family, died when a cadre of snakes slithered into the windows. Number 8. Vanguard Fort, Rajasthan, India. Located at the border of the Sariska Tiger Reserve in the Alwar district of Rajasthan, Vanguard Fort is a 17th century fort infamous all over India for being the most haunted place in India. Because of the numerous ghostly experiences and happenings in the fort premises, villages have sprung up far away from the fort due to the fear of what lies within. Even the Archaeological Survey of India, or the ASI, has forbidden the locals and tourists from entering the fort at night. This completely ruined, haunted Fort of Vanguard does have a very eerie negative aura to it, though. Several legends have attested to the paranormal happenings inside the fort. The history of the fort dates back to centuries. Built in the 17th century in Rajasthan, the Vanguard Fort is an ancient specimen. It was believed to have been erected by Mansinj I, one of the Navratans of Akbar's court, for his son Madho Sinj I. The place is said to be haunted due to a curse put on it by a black magician whose advances were rejected by Princess Ratnavati of Bangar. The whole landscape around the Bangar...
That just sounds horrific. Like, well, one, bro, like, just because you got shut down by a girl, like, you're gonna put a curse on it forever? Like, come on, bro, just take the L. We all take him every now and then. Come on. And two, man, I can't do ghosts, demons, like spirits, like stuff like that. I can't, man. I'm like the biggest baby when it comes to like that stuff. Like I can't even watch like scary movies like that by myself. I'll literally have like the lights on, all my doors and windows locked. Like I just can't do it, man. Good vibes only.
Fort has been haunted since. Number 7.
New York.
North Brother Island, New York, USA. Located on the
Is it a
east
mental
border
hospital?
between the Bronx and Rikers Island, North Brother Island is an island with a fascinating and tragic history. It was uninhabited until 1885, when the city purchased the island in order to build a riverside hospital, a hospital for people suffering from contagious diseases such as typhus, tuberculosis, yellow fever, and smallpox. The island's most famous resident was Typhoid Mary Milan, who bore the unfortunate distinction of being the United States' first documented asymptomatic carrier of the bacteria that causes typhoid fever. In 1905,
Wow.
over 1,000 people lost their lives when the General Slocum steamship caught fire near the island. Many of the staff assisted in the rescue of some of the 321 survivors. It was the worst loss of life in New York's history until 9/11. In 1963, it closed its doors for good and has been left to decay ever since. The island is officially off limits to the public, as it is a bird sanctuary for one of the area's largest nesting colonies of black-crowned night herons, and is also said to be haunted by ghosts of the past.
That's pretty crazy. They built like a whole entire island, just like throw sick people on there and just lock them up, throw away the key. Like that's kind of crazy, man. And it's crazy it's still there today, and it's like no one can really visit it. I guess you could if you want to get in trouble, but like, no, thank you. I can't go to abandoned places like that. I can't do stuff like that, man. I really can't.
Number 6. Mesgornaya,
Russia.
Russia. Mesgornaya is a closed town in the Republic of Bashkortostan, Russia. The town is located in the southern Ural Mountains near Mount Yamancha, about 200 kilometers southeast of Ufa, the capital of the republic. It was founded in 1979, but only given its town status in 1995. Going in and out of the town is strictly controlled by the government, as it is rumored that it's supposed to house people operational on the highly secret Mount Yamantu. According to one recent account, this whole city was the site of one huge construction project that begun in the late 1970s. This was during the time when it was said that US nuclear armaments were on constant alert and aimed directly at the Communist Party headquarters. Fearing a strike, the Soviets sent tens of thousands of workers to this town, where US spy satellites spotted them
Reminded me of
still floating
Chernobyl.
away in the late 1990s.
Abandoned city.
Many say that there is a secret underground facility in Mesgornaya that is being used as a repository for Russian treasures, food storage areas, and a nuclear bunker for military officials. Number 5. The Mausoleum of Kinshi, Wang, China. Buried deep under a hill in central China, surrounded by an underground moat of poisonous mercury, lies an entombed emperor who's been undisturbed for more than 2 millennia. It's said that the tomb holds the secrets of China's first emperor, Kinshi Wang, who died on September 10th, 210 BC. This was all after conquering 6 warring states to create the first unified nation of China. The answers to a number of historical mysteries may lie buried inside that tomb. But whether modern people will ever see inside this mausoleum depends on the Chinese government as well as science. Ancient writings say the emperor created an entire underground kingdom and palace, complete with a ceiling mimicking the night sky, set with pearls as stars. Pits full of terracotta concubines have never been discovered, though experts predict they exist somewhere in the complex. The decision whether to explore the tomb anytime soon, or ever, is up to the government of China. That decision will likely be influenced by the pace of technological progress. Perhaps, if science advances enough that excavation wouldn't cause serious damage to the burial site, and the tomb will finally be opened. But for now, access is completely prohibited to everyone.
That would be pretty cool to check out, I'm not gonna lie, like, just ancient history. I love history, I've always liked history, I'm the biggest like history nerd. But that would be really cool to check out that tomb and see like what's all in there and like tell like a little bit of history about China and like the emperor. They're pretty cool. Hopefully one day it can open, maybe make it a museum or something like that. That'd be pretty neat.
Number 4. Heard Island Volcano, Australia. Even if you could get to Australia's most remote island, chances are you still wouldn't quite see it. The little-known landmass, Heard Island, hides in a dense cloud for around 360 days a year. The rare few who do reach this distant wonder are more likely to hear the gurgle of molten rock bubbling up through the island's violent core. The active volcano on Heard Island, known as Big Ben, is adorned with vast glaciers stretching to the crashing waves of the ocean far below. There were a few reasons for closing the island to the public. First, in 2000, researchers noticed a huge lava flow coming from the island's massive volcano called Mawson's Peak. Second, Heard Island is known for its poor weather conditions. And third, it's too remote to be safe. Judge it by yourself, it's located in a minimum 2-week sail to the closest major landmass. Number 3. Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican. The Holy See has always been shrouded in mystery and has always been at the sights of people who are wondering about the secrets that lie within its holy walls. Thousands have claimed that the Pope has information and even evidence of some of the greatest mysteries.
He probably
in the world.
does.
From the existence of aliens and demons to the deepest, darkest secrets of the world's biggest religions, conspiracy theorists have long speculated what is kept secret in the Vatican.
Only a few people probably ever get to know like what exactly is in there. But there's probably some dark or crazy stories throughout history though that we'll probably never know about. Only the select few. Probably a lot of information there.
Vatican's deep catacombs. Is there a single thread of truth behind all these speculations? Well, only a few people know. And of those people who do know, none are talking. Many conspiracy theorists believe the archives contain correspondence between St. Paul and Emperor Nero pertaining to Jesus' existence and his biological descendants. Some theorists also believe the Vatican may be hiding proof that Jesus did not exist. You gotta hand it to them, that would definitely be something the Catholic Church would want to hide. Most of the archives are located underground and it has 53 miles of shelves.
That's
it's
huge.
forbidden to enter it for anyone except for researchers with special permits to access. But even for them, there are multiple limitations to what documents they can view. Number 2. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island is a small landmass in the Bay of Bengal. Its indigenous population, known as the Sentinelese, rejects any contact with the outside world and remains one of the few peoples that remain untouched by our civilization.
Wow.
How do they keep outsiders away from their island? Well, they simply shoot arrows in them. For this reason, it's impossible to approach the island and survive the encounter. Just how antisocial are the Sentinelese, though? Well, when researchers were assessing the damage after the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, even their helicopters were attacked by the Sentinelese for approaching the island. None of them were hurt, of course, but this example shows how fiercely the island's population is protecting their territory.
That's crazy. I think I've heard about the island before. It's very remote, and it's crazy because like in today's day and age, not many places out in the world are like inhabited or have not been explored. So to see like a tribe like actually like, keep to themselves and stay away from any outsiders, that's pretty cool. They're still looks like they're doing their ancient ways. I think I've heard stories about them like killing people, like scientists or journalists try to go there and they've been shot at or they've been attacked and things like that. It's pretty interesting.
Number 1. Pedeglia Island, Italy. Pedeglia Island, located less than a half a mile from Venice, has such a dark and twisted history.
The island looks scary in general. It looks like Shutter Island.
Legends of ghosts and demons that inhabit the island are prevalent, and basing on the island's dark history, some of these legends may prove to be true. It started life as a fortification built by the Venetian government, but soon after became a quarantine section for victims of the bubonic plague or Black Death from 1793 to 1841. It has been reported that this tiny island was home to up to 160,000 people infected with the plague, all of which died helplessly on the island.
That's like another island. It's like the one in New York. People are just basically sent to die. They got infected. Crazy.
In 1922, a mental institution was built on Pedeglia, replacing the plague victims with the mentally ill. But instead of being an institution to help the less fortunate, local legend says what happened was completely the opposite. It is said that one doctor brutally tortured and killed a number of his patients, butchering them in unspeakable manners. The doctor himself fell victim to the same patients that he murdered, as it is said that the spirits of the dead constantly haunted the doctor, even up to the point when he climbed up a bell tower and jumped to his own death. It is said that anyone who sets foot on the island today will be tormented by the evil spirits living there. The island is now off limits to the general public, the only way for the Venetian authorities to make sure that what dwells on the island stays there, and to avoid them having come in contact with the living. Would you be brave enough to set foot in any of these
Definitely
places?
not. Especially that last one. Wow. First off, you send people to die who had the bubonic plague. That's pretty bad in itself. Then you have a mental hospital, which no, thank you. I don't want no part of that. You have a doctor torturing patients. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty scary, messed up place to go. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't want no part of that though. Alright guys, well that is where we're going to wrap this video up. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please go into the comments and let me know where these places rank in your top 10. And also, if you want to see me make more videos like this in the future as well. If you did enjoy it, drop a big thumbs up. Share and subscribe to join the best family on YouTube if you have not done so already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a beautiful, blessed, amazing day. And until next time, take care.